Tarot. I'm Embrace CC Bloom and I just fixed my glasses. So, welcome in. Yes, I'm showing my face. Sorry, having a crazy hair day too. Alright, so guys, Spirit said today on the Oracle, it's time for me to share the messages now. Okay? That is the title of this reading. I took some notes. Alright, so this morning, I woke up, I prayed, I was showing gratitude, I was in a great mood. I was vibing really high. It was crazy. That's all I gotta say. It was so fucking crazy. Let me turn this meditation music off. Sorry. So I'm vibing high. I'm feeling great. I'm just like, what the fuck? This is great. Hi, welcome. So I'm like, just on a whole nother level of, oh my god, it's a great fucking morning, right? So I'm standing there, I'm looking at my phone, I'm drinking some coffee, and I'm just like, man, hi. And I was like, man, I'm just feeling so fucking great right now. Like, this is great. Sorry, I have the fan going because it was super hot in Arizona today. So, like I said, back to the story, I'm all over the place because it's a lot to deliver. So I'm vibing high, drinking the coffee, and then in my mind's eye, Spirit shows me the Tree of Life. Okay? If you don't know what the Tree of Life is, go look it up. So I see it in my mind's eye, and I was like, a tree? The Tree of Life? What the hell? What's going on, Spirit? So I was like, just show me. Just tell me. Let me see what's going on. So I decided, I'm like, okay, I go on another platform, TikTok. I'm on there and I'm looking and I'm just scrolling. And as I'm scrolling on TikTok, I see a guy and he is like saying, I'm the psychic medium. I deliver the messages. You are the tree. And he does that. And I was like, what? He's the tree? Or I'm the tree? And he's like, again, I will say it. I deliver the messages because you are the tree. You are connected. Your roots are connected to Mother Gaia. And I was like, Spirit, is this what you're trying to tell me, Spirit? Is that why you showed me the Tree of Life? And I was like, okay, Spirit, put the phone down. Let me know what you need me to do, what you're trying to tell me. So then Spirit sends me all these downloads all at once in my mind's eye. I see scenes from The Matrix. I see scenes from all kinds of stuff. Hello, welcome in. I see movie scenes from, what is it, Transformers 1, the animated one. And I was like, what? What are you showing me, Spirit? What does this have to do with the Tree of Life? So I went in my room, I prayed, I meditated, and I was like, what is going on? Why am I seeing the Tree of Life? And then I heard, today you are the Oracle. It's time to deliver the messages. And I was like, deliver the messages? To who? And then I was like, Spirit's going to tell me during meditation. And Spirit did tell me during meditation why I saw those movie scenes, why I saw the Tree of Life, why I came across that guy. And after I had meditated, I was, I guess you could say, channel surfing on the smart TV, just whatever comes with Samsung, whatever channels they offer. And then literally the Matrix comes up, and it's the scene in the Matrix when Neo answers his door, and before he answers the door, he gets a text message, and it says something about follow the white rabbit. He's talking to these people, they're trying to buy something off of him, and the girl has a tattoo of the white rabbit, like right here on her shoulder. And he's like, okay. And they invite him out. He's like, okay, I'll go. So right away I was like, great, I'm going down another rabbit hole. Great, I'm going to get more downloads. So I did. And I took a lot of notes because I was like just getting so much information so fast, and I could not believe all the information that was coming through to me. So I took notes. I called my cousin, Baby D. I called her and I was like, hey, I just got all these downloads. I'm going to tell you because some people might not believe me later on down the line. I don't give a fuck, but I just want to tell you what I heard, what I saw, and what messages came to me. And she was like, oh my God. Like, that's crazy. So I started off with why today was important. Why today, of all days, that I could share the messages. Hey, boo. And I was like, why on a Wednesday? Why am I the oracle? Why are you calling me the oracle? So then, let me find it. Let me find it. There was a lot of notes. Hold on one second. Oh my god, I can't find it. Damn it. Symbolism. Sorry if you hear the background noise. My kids are watching K-pop Demon Hunters. No shade to them. Okay, so I asked and I wrote down what the spiritual meaning of Wednesday, like the day of the week. You know, I don't like to say week because words are spells. So the element for Wednesday is air, planet's Mercury. Energy for Wednesday is communication, wisdom, messages, mental clarity. Wednesday is the day of speaking truth, receiving downloads, mental expansion, unlocking hidden knowledge, teaching and sharing divine wisdom. Okay, so this is why Spirit gave me those downloads and why I got those messages and why I saw everything I seen. So I was like, okay, I journaled it and Spirit was like, speak that truth before the end of this day. So here I am. Now, when it comes to the downloads and everything, where the fuck is it? Oh yeah, and then I forgot the most important part. I've been, I enrolled in the Forbidden Knowledge Academy with Billy Carson, and I was listening to him long before I enrolled, but I've been doing a lot of the work through that, and that has helped me in so many ways. Shout out to Billy Carson, 4BK Academy. That's the way to go. If you haven't signed up, enroll. You will not regret it, I swear. I promise. So I get an alert after all this, after all the messages, after everything. This is what tied everything together, okay? And the reading that, or not the reading, the video is Break the Code, How Society Programs You to Stay Ignorant and Broke. Okay. I was like, what does this have to do with everything? Okay, Spirit. So then I meditated again, because when we pray, we ask Spirit, the Creator, whoever you believe in, we ask them for help or ask them to give us messages, whatever. But when we meditate, that's when they speak to us. That's when we get our downloads. That's when we see what we need to see. We get the messages we need to give out, etc. Okay, so let's get into this. Where is it? Okay, so so the Billy Carson thing, programming from birth, was one of the main things he talked about within the first 5 minutes of that video. When it comes to him and this portion of the downloads and the messages I got about being the oracle, is he talks about fake education and false success kills cosmic memory. When it comes to Transformers 1, if you haven't seen the movie, check it out. Orion and D16, which are characters, which is originally, that's their names, but they become Optimus Prime and Metatron, or Megatron. Metatron is here, that's why I said that. So they are minors stripped of transformation rights. With the Matrix download that I got, humans are born into illusion. And then my download, all tied together, is the Matrix that we live in uses parents, teachers, systems to kill our gifts early on, okay? One thing Billy Carson talked about in his video was the United States is one of the only places in the world where you can go to jail if you don't send your kid to school. So I was like, oh my God, that is the system, the elite trying to control us. Okay, so then the whole theme of everything also has to do with design obedience. When it comes to the Billy Carson portion, we're trained to take orders and fear failure. They fearmonger us early on. Like, don't be daydreaming, you're gonna get in trouble. Pay attention, you're gonna get in trouble. Do this, do that, do your homework, or you're gonna get in trouble. That puts fear into a little kid. Why can't we just imagine? Why can't we just be our true, authentic selves as children, like we're supposed to be? They teach us early on, the system, to stop being us, okay? So in the portion of my download when it comes to Transformers 1, Cybertron, which is the planet that they live on, they have a system that keeps the lower bots in slavery. If you haven't seen the movie, watch it. And then when it comes to the Matrix rewards conformity and punishes awakening. That's why Agent Smith is always chasing Neo and his little friends, okay? And then my download, we're taught to obey, not to create, not to be our best and highest selves. All right, guys? Another theme is our crushed imaginations, okay? Average Joe, yes, I believe in astrology. We are told not to use our imaginations, not to daydream, okay? When it comes to the Billy Carson reading, the way this tied into my downloads, creativity is removed from school. It technically is early on. Think about it. When it comes to the Transformers 1 portion of my download, bots are forbidden from dreaming bigger or assessing the matrix of leadership. Not just anyone can get it. In the movie, they're trying to find it, okay? When it comes to the Matrix, dreamers are hunted by agents. Agent Smith, Mr. Anderson, that guy, okay? And then when it comes to my download, daydreaming and gifts are suppressed, and we are told that they are childish. How many times have you seen it happen to you or kids around you in grade school, if you can remember that far back? I know I can. I was told that my artwork was dumb. Not only by kids, but by teachers. I was told that I was daydreaming too often. I was told that my imagination was going to put me behind, was going to cause me failure. And there were a few teachers in grade school and junior high and high school that were like, use that fucking imagination. Don't stop believing. Don't stop dreaming. But it was literally a tiny few, okay? So back to what makes me the Oracle according to Spirit. Another thing that is a problem is debt and exploitation, okay? When it comes to what Billy Carson was talking about, school leads straight to credit card and debt and burnout. Listen to his reading. He'll talk about that. When it comes to the Transformers 1 portion of my download, Cybertron uses labor to fuel the broken society. When it comes to the Matrix, energy is harvested from humans that are still asleep and in the Matrix, okay? And then my download, we are energetically and financially enslaved, okay? Think about it. We are told you have to work X amount of hours per day, do this hard work, do this hard whatever, go to school for so many years, and in the end, how many of us fulfill our dreams financially? How many of us get to go on vacation and do whatever the hell we want? We are literally conformed, okay, guys? I'm not doing readings right now. I'm just giving messages because Spirit told me I better do it before the end of Wednesday. So you can ask a question, but if it has to do with the reading, a tarot reading, not gonna happen tonight. Sorry. So, final breakdown of everything, guys. When you tie everything together, whether you're a minor bot on Cybertron, a sleeper in the Matrix, or a student in a broken classroom, you were never meant to obey. You were born to awaken. We were meant to awaken, okay? We were meant to, it is our birthright. All of us are born with spiritual gifts, but not everyone is spiritually woke. Not everyone has the ability to access these spiritual gifts, guys. And that's because we are conformed from the time we are born, from the time we go to school, okay? And when it comes to the Tree of Life portion of everything, the Tree of Life symbolizes your divine structure, which is body, mind, soul. We are connected to source, spiritual gifts. Spiritual ascent through different levels of consciousness. The blueprint of creation, how everything connects, because we are all one. All of us, trees, the earth, everything, people, everything, okay? The path of awakening from survival, wisdom, and godhood. The roots equal earthly experience. The branches equal enlightenment. Okay, reaching to the heavens. That's where we get our downloads. That's where we get our gifts. In essence, guys, the whole purpose of this download that Spirit told me about and said, hey, you're the fucking oracle today. We hold divine fruit, spiritual gifts. We are given them before we are born into our bodies. But we have been told that we are not the tree. We are just the dirt. How fucked up is that? No, you're not spiritually gifted. No, you're not spiritually woke. No, you're not the tree of life. You're just the dirt. No, that's not true. Spirit told me all these messages, and I know I may have sounded like I was rambling on, but these are messages literally, the download was like half of my fucking day. But these are messages I had to get out to you. Tell whoever you want. Don't tell anyone. I don't care. But it was important that I got these messages out to you before the end of today. And it was important that I let you guys know what Spirit showed me and told me. And maybe you'll take something away from this. Maybe you won't. I don't know. But I'm going to pull an angel number oracle card just to close the message off. Because Spirit told me to. Spirit, gave me messages for the collective regarding this lovely reading. I hate these. I love these glasses, but they fall and they make my nose squish. But it's okay. And as I'm looking on camera, I already know that I talk funny. That's because I am a survivor of DV. I don't even like to say the words. But my jaw's like kind of fucked up. But it's okay because I'm so beautiful inside and out. And I don't care what anyone says. So if y'all got shit to talk about how I talk, how I sound, how I look, I really don't fucking care. Spirit gave me messages for the collective regarding all these crazy downloads that I received today. Just give me one card. Pull it out, pull it out. Oh, oh, there it is. 2002. Unconditional love, patience, flow, clarity, joy, movement, taking action, unconditional love. It's time to put those long cherished ideas into action. You will soon come into contact with the appropriate individuals, circumstances, and resources. Eventually, you will experience joy as well as brand new opportunities. Trust in the process. So guys, I'm done giving you these messages. I appreciate all of you guys coming through. I guess this is it. Empress Cecil Bloom is out. Bye.